Flare with this Leona lock-in.
I mean, the way I look at this right now, I don't expect this to be the game that Joshi gets to recover some. Okay, this is, at least you know, presuming the base. Oh no, he's not recalling the bush. They don't know jungle's here.
They don't know. Jeje's now going to show up, and Nayo has to pick a target so that he can deter them from going forward. Elk gets pushed in by the slam, the flash away. Not enough as the arrow goes wide, but Elk still survives. A first blood is secured for Jachi's pockets.
Has flash again.
And Nayo, oh my gosh, wall slam onto 2. Looks for the hammer shot, gets in range.
Oh,
What?
the greed! The greed! That's a homie stock right there. That's now said, all right, I see you. I'll help you get back.
I don't think they're going to provide a homie stock to Jachi in the same way. I think they're just going to send him back to the fountain in a gray screen simulator. And yep, well, dive for Elk at the cost of Arha's life. Meanwhile, potential engage in the mid lane. Xiaohu still no flash. Ong Yue going to get in range. Is level 6 for the depth charge, but Cream backs off for the minion wave.
No, I'm sure we're going to get a degree of a fight over, whether it'll be a full-blown team fight, as actually Weibo's looking to kill the Croc.
Uh-oh, 369 backing in a very greedy spot in the middle of enemy territory. Has Dominus though, looks to pop Xiaohu. There's still no flash on this Syndra. Jeje is waiting in the wings. 369, does he get the 1v3 solo? Nope, not in time. Zika flashing. Yeah. Not ideal to be dying in enemy territory, but I definitely see the advantage that 369 can still have in this lane setup, especially now that Zika is down a flash. Top Esports will be able to... You have so many supports here in the LPL that we always talk about characteristically. Once they get unlocked, they become the best versions of themselves. Meanwhile, top lane, Nayo is here to make sure that 369 can punish a flashless Cassante. We highlighted it as a possibility. And 369 and Nayo
going to spell his own doom and get 369 even more of a lead, picking up those plates, accelerating, being the first person on the rift with the quest.
Oh, beautiful. Boy. Even through the scatter of the week, Cream is able to time the Emperor.
Because he doesn't do good ganks pre-6, but also needs to farm for Triforce, which, in the pocket, JJ is now a real scary champion.
But once he has access to Cyclone, he's a pretty darn good champion at setting up plays, and Weibo Gaming do exactly that on Feng Yue. Elk is the one that benefits from the kill. Now 2 in his name with the Collector in hand. The fact that Top Esports don't have a real tank on their side, Poppy picking up the Sundered Sky, means that this Collector is going to have quite a bit of value in this mid-game spike.
Yeah, and with crits returning to 200% damage, there is one guy who really loves that with all 4 bullets in the chamber, as 369 pressuring for a potential solo kill on the tower here.
Not close. Zika still has the ultimate available.
4 people
waiting out
top.
the dominance, and you know what? He will wait out for reinforcements to arrive. 369 still has flash, probably waiting for the scatter of the week. Preemptively flashes it coming through. Xiaohu now might just get punished. 2-man keeper's verdict. Cream in the wings, looking for the sweep. Emperor's Divide cannot get in range quite yet. Nayo slowing him down with the hammer shock. Their edge line pulls him in. Arha preemptively stuns him with the solar flare. Zika is back, pulls him in with the all out, but can't get him in range of the tower. And Jachi with a piercing arrow doesn't find its mark. Top Esports have control though of this topside river and can look for the Rift Herald in response. And the rest of Weibo, I don't think they can do much about it.
Going off running, silver lining will be that Elk will pick up at least 2 plates in the mid lane. With that dragon spawning though, we see 3
smite. Rift Herald is secured. 369 will not die for the turret. He's not going to die for the turret, right? 369 doesn't have flash anymore. Dominus is available. There's no solar flare. Xiaohu has unleashed power. Scatter the weak into the stun. Elk with the deadly flourish. All the CC layering into each other beautifully. And Elk gets his 3rd kill of the game. But Top Esports quick to respond on the map with a mid-turret crush off the Rift Herald crash.
Very interesting pivot, actually. Oh, okay, I was about to say, do we have a driver's license? We do! Okay, Nayo, are you going to be able to get out of this?
Okay, he has the flash out of the solar flare. There's more action on the rift here, Melvin. JJ pops the first cast of the Cyclone, tries to get in range for another one, dashes in. That sets up the kill on Feng Yue, and Elk is on a rampage right now. 4-0-1, curtain call at the ready. 3rd bullet does not hit. This fourth one is not going to do that much, so
No,
he's just going to clear the wave. Yep.
Understandable, you know, have a nice day.
Wait. Nio, Hex Flash! Run, Elk! Okay, he's out of there.
That was a little spooky, as, now face checking into Cream. Cut the feed.
This has been, so far, a very, very solid Cream performance on the Azir in this series against Weibo. Fengyue, no flash available on the Nautilus. He's going to try to dredge line his way back to safety. He does clip the wall, but the Solar Flare locks him down. Another auto attack from Xiaohu. And that is the first kill for his Syndra in this first game of the series.
And that is going to be ever so important. We've seen how difficult it is to kill 369. He can waste so much time just a bit more of an aggressive line on the Cassante, which is something that generally spelled death for most of the people playing this character, as it will just be 369 forcing the ticket on isolation.
Dominus onto Zika, gets his flash. All out. Still available, pulls him into turret range, but there's another fight in the mid lane. Jotchi unloads the Chain of Corruptions on Arha, but they turn on to Fengyue, or Nio, I should say. JJ with another Cyclone cast right on top of the Poppy, right before the dragon spawns. Great timing from Weibo. 369 did manage to force Zika away from the protection of the tier 2 turret, but Top Esports will not be able to contest the dragon.
Looks like Cream going to base as well, but there is some pings around Baron. I don't think TES would call that bluff, considering they don't have the jungler available. A very important pick. I don't like what you're doing, TES.
Oh no!
You don't need face checks.
Going back into fog! Fengyue gets dropped. There's Cream on a side flank, but I don't think he's in position to actually make that sweep. Maybe Top Esports were thinking that Cream and for Top Esports in our first split at 2026.
I mean, stability and Top Esports are not two things that have ever really gone together. As we do see a play onto the bot side, this can force a bit of that instability in their favor. Just Zika, but TP flank.
He goes all out, but he doesn't have flash available. Deadly Flourish goes wide as 369 and Nio dodge out on the CC. A Wukong Cyclone clips Nio. Does manage to bring down Zika before he goes down, but Cream has teleported in. Oh, that's Fengyue. He's going to get bursted out. Elk blasts him with the fourth shot in the chamber. Jotchi over the wall looking for piercing arrows. They trade one into Jit, but immediately Zika, or I should say 369, does fall.
Okay, Jotchi!
Part of the party. Jotchi trying to unload arrows, looking for another one at Urha. To battle between the AD carries. Cream finally flies in, makes 2 on the Azir. 3 kills for Jotchi.
People wouldn't see the line to be able to do so. TES will calmly collect this dragon as Weibo, once the minions get there. If TES have proper wave control, which so far they're doing quite a good job of, leveraging 5 people around mid, I don't know if that's such a safe TP.
I would have to agree with you, Melvin. The turret is gone, and who's the person that TP'd it? Oh no, Weibo Gaming. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to the BLG series. Top Esports are going to benefit off the fact that Xiaohu just gave his life over. And now Baron is an easy prize for them to secure, unless Jeje can make a miracle happen.
I really like this. We see 369 base TP in, gonna have the big shield. That extra bit of buffer room to stand in front, either tanking up the Baron or the enemy team. But this is a pretty slow approach. JJ can dash in. Poppy ult
still
goes
4.5k. He dodges the Keeper's Verdict. Nio tries to turn, and the Baron resets. They slam Arha into the wall. 369 blows him up. But Zika is about to blow up Jotchi in the back line with the all-out. Jeje and Elk now trying to reposition and see if they can pincer on to Top Esports with Zika, but he's way too low on the health bar. But they've done their job. The Baron has been stopped, and Weibo Gaming have bought some time. Xiaohu has now respawned. Nio getting chunked by Elk. If he can get a range with another rapid-fire proc, it is the last bullet in the chamber. It will blow up Nio. He gets a little bit of HP back off of the Scuttle Crab, other side of the wall, so it's not one that he has to flash away from. It was a good look from Top Esports. They had punted away Jeje, so there was no chance for a Cyclone counter response. Arha getting chunked. Solar Flare right on top of Jotchi. Cleanses it. Curtain Call now unloads. Third bullet. Decent damage.
Oh!
And the knockup from Zika into the alley-oop. Beautiful sequence by Weibo Gaming's top laner and ADC. That is a 5-on-4 advantage now. Baron is a reality for Weibo if they want to start it up.
Dragon is up in 30 seconds as well, so if Weibo don't want to catch that heat, they can go take the safer objective, but instead Elk and 369 face-checking each other?
369 dashes away from the Scatter of the Weak stun, does not fall folly to Weibo Gaming's pick. Top Esports still trying to hold their ground despite being 4-5. The rest of Weibo Gaming turned their attention into now walking into the Dragonside River, as you called out, Melvin. That is a more important objective and one easier to secure without any contest from Top Esports.
Do have support respawn. Doesn't look like the spellbook is available to TP in. We see some very light pinging over towards the Baron side from both teams. Not enough to imply, yes, let's run it right now, but it will be Weibo Gaming reaching the soul point. And I think Cloud Dragon Cream having this flash on his air is looking like Xiaohu is the target.
Oh no, Xiaohu. Wall slam, Niobe times it beautifully over the wall. Xiaohu forced the flash, but Cream will trade to make sure that the mid laner is gone for the next 53 seconds.
That is a beautiful wall to be able to close over, and it's going to be, I would say, Baron, unless Weibo Gaming want to toss it all here. It's going to be very scary. You do have the potential to run around the back of the pit for JJ, but it means that you won't have your primary engager with you. It's going to be very difficult to get in here.
Get vision on it. 6k on the Baron. Elk has to set up. Looking to target 369 first. The Dominus occupies their attention for now. Jet trying to pick an angle to go for. He dashes into Fong Yue, gets hit by the death charge. Baron secured for Top Esports. 369 gets out. Jet almost low. Gets the shield from Zika's Cassante. And the rest of Weibo Gaming's four-man party do manage to escape with their lives. But Top Esports will coming up in 2 minutes.
Potential game end angle, though, and it's going to be, I would say, on Cream to not get too overzealous. He has so far played a very good Azir game. Rarely been the target of aggression and managed to survive it all the way through. Does have the stopwatch, as it looks like it's just going to be a very standard siege. Spell shield down low. Good cleanse.
Chachi pops the cleanse. Still has a flash available.
Mikhail's got used too, though. That was double of the cleanse abilities used. So now, next ability that comes out of a stun, next stat of the week, is an actual stun you need to be afraid of. I suppose unless you're Fong Yue, who does have the cleanse in pocket himself, as it will just be rotating over, getting that mid lane pressure down.
Measured push from Top Esports does net them the bottom inhibitor. Super minions will be constant pressure for the next couple of minutes. Weibo Gaming will have a harder time trying to get into the bottom side river and their own jungle as a result.
Yell zoning is going to be enough. Just holding that pressure at bay as 369 rotate up to top. Tapped, but it's not going to be a death blow by any means. Dragon's still got a minute to spawn. And I think TES are leveraging to go for 3 inhib towers here, bare minimum.
Oh boy. They haven't been able to tag Jachi's Edge of Night spell shield yet either, so even though he doesn't have cleanse anymore, he is quite safe to step up this aggressively. JJ trying to occupy 369 on the top side push, but there's 2 inhibitors now gone in mid and bot. The poke from Jachi is starting to wither away from Weibo Gaming's health bars. And eventually, you called him, Melvin, they finally make their way through all 3 inhibitors. They're looking for the final push. Solar Flare right into the backline. Zika flashes in, but a great steadfast presence blocks the entrance from him. Jeje cannot follow up just yet. Cyclone still at the ready, but Zika's trying to do all the work he can. Cyclone onto 2 members. 369 trailing right behind Elk as he flashes on top, but the great push for the scout of the week. 369 gets dropped way too early. Weibo Gaming have lost all 3 inhibitors, but they still have 1 Nexus turret available, and the Cloud Soul for them is about to spawn.
It is all but done. Double soul point for both teams now.
That has given Top Esports the window completely pry open the game, and now set up Top Esports for a potential victory march now that all 3 inhibitors are gone, and Baron will spawn in the next minute.
Can you find
Solar Flare and Scatter of the Week on the Fong Yue. Flash from Jeje goes immediately for Jachi in the back line.
He's gone.
Finds it with the curtain call. One more bullet in the chamber. Who is he going to look for? Fong Yue gets hit by the Scatter of the Week stun. That's a double kill for Elk. 369 throws everything in the chamber that he has to try and blast out Jeje, but will drop his GA as a response. Zika retreats back to the safety of the base. 369 has to get out. There are double supers pouring into the base, and it's going to...
Just such suffocating pressure. The benefit
for also most important member on this composition in our opening series, in our opening bout between Top Esports and Weibo Gaming of this season. Herha getting chunked, Chain of Corruptions barely goes wide. Decent poke from Jauchi in the backline, trying to chunk out the Leona. Zika taking a lot of damage as well. Fengyue locks him in for the dredge line. Curtain call from Elk, poking them down. 369, pressuring forward, forces Elk to drop the ultimate. Dredge line finds Xiaohu. Cream can follow up and just spears them all with the power of his soldiers. Emperor's Divide rams them over, and Elk, even with the GA, it does not make the difference. Zika trying to blast 369, but at what cost? But the Nexus falling, and Top Esports